Friday. It's Friday the 13th, y'all. I hope everyone's having a good week and a good day so far. Today I'm going to be working on the final section of this huge piece. This is the largest abstract painting I've ever done, and I've worked on it completely all on YouTube Lives, but we're pretty much at the finish line now. The plan for the day is I need to go over, get a couple more coats of paint on some of the shapes on the bottom, add in the black designs onto the shapes on the bottom, and then also I'm going to be painting the background of the door yellow. So I'm hoping this will be the final session on this door. I'm probably 10, 11, 12 hours somewhere in there in on this door. So it's taken a long time, but it's been a lot of fun to create this project and to share it with y'all live as I'm working on it. So yeah, that's the plan for the day. So let's get started. I'm gonna have to scoot you all the way down to the bottom. So the bottom portion of the door is gonna be the main thing to work on today. There we go. See all those empty shapes down there? That's kind of where I'm at today. Just trying to get a nice angle. Probably got to scoot you down a little bit more. There we go. So my next live will probably be either tomorrow or on Sunday, or maybe both days. I haven't really decided. But I don't know what I'm going to be working on for my next live, since this has been like such a huge project of mine doing these lives. I'm going to have to figure something out. Maybe I'll work on the painting of my dog that I have going that I need to start. But yeah, last stream I was working on a crafting project, which was a lot of fun. And it's a little Christmas, mini Christmas diorama piece. And I have the full video if you want to make your own coming out this Sunday. And then the following Sunday, I've got a video. It's kind of like a compilation of things I wish I knew as a beginner artist. So that's coming out the following Sunday. But yeah, I come out with a new long form video every Sunday. And I'm going to be doing all kinds of things on these lives, not just doing painting, but also crafting. Hey, Carl, thank you. How's it going? Sorry, I'm going to butcher your name. I'm going to try Danius. I'm going to be painting the background all yellow, but I definitely don't want to cover up all my work with black. I'm like 11, 12 hours in on this door, but I have used black as a background before for kind of pieces similar to this, and the black does make everything really pop. But I think I'm going to go with a bright yellow for this piece. So this will be the final session on this door. I've worked on this door all on YouTube Live, so if you're curious to what this piece looked like before, you can go back and check out the videos on my channel if you'd like. But I just needed to do a couple of more coats on some of these shapes. Hey Erin, how's it going? Welcome in. I'm Yaz, if you're new here, hello. I do painting, I do crafting. I like to do all kinds of different art. I'm definitely what you would call a mixed media artist. I don't like to just stick to one medium because I get bored too easily. I call it my art ADD. But yeah, I love to make paintings, I love to craft. I share a lot of do-it-yourself tutorials. This Sunday I've got a Christmas craft piece, a little mini diorama that I made on my last live. Yeah, if you can, y'all, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps a lot. It's your birthday. Well, happy birthday, Erin. My birthday's in December too. I just had my birthday on the 8th. What you doing for your birthday today? I hope you have a great day. fellow December birthday person? Do we have any artists or crafters in the house? Yeah, I like to do all kinds of different things. Definitely more than just a painter. I've got to mix it up, otherwise I get bored. But yeah, I've got this whole door that I've painted. It's just a regular size door, but this is the biggest painting I've ever done in my whole life. And it's been a lot of fun to work on. Do I need to scoot you down or you can see this? Okay. I've been kind of like not looking forward to doing this bottom portion of the door because I'm going to have to sit on the floor, which is not very fun. Yeah, happy birthday, Erin. I hope you're doing something fun today. I know it's like having a birthday in December, the weather sometimes doesn't always cooperate. But this year I actually had nice weather on my birthday, so I was pretty happy about that. It was a nice sunny day. I went out and I got some more art supplies and had a nice lunch. It was a great day. Okay, I'm gonna have to scooch to the floor now. But I appreciate y'all popping in and saying hi and hanging out with me. This is like my 7th YouTube live. So I'm still kind of new to doing lives. But I've been doing 3 to 4 lives a week. And I always post when I'm going to be going live on my YouTube community post thingy and also on my Facebook and my Instagram. So if anyone wants to check out my Instagram, it's yaz.theartist. Yaz.the.artist. I had to do the dots because somebody already had my name. But yeah, Friday the 13th. I'm going to be playing some Friday the 13th later, this video game. I really love to game. It's one of my hobbies besides making art. I love to game. I love to bake. I love to do anything creative, really. And if I could try any sort of art mediums that I haven't tried yet, I would really like to get into woodworking, blowing glass, tattooing. There's just so many different mediums. I feel like life's too short to stick with one, you know? Let me scoot you a little closer. There we go. But yeah, I like to do all kinds of things. And I really, like, my main goal with my channel, besides sharing my art with you guys, is to inspire y'all to get into art and to tap into that creative side, because I feel like everybody has an artist in them. Even if you don't do art on a regular basis, even if you can't draw a stick figure, I think everybody's an artist. It's just a matter of quieting down that inner critic inside of you. But yeah, I hope I can inspire y'all to make art, because I know it's been such a huge part of my life, and I feel like it's just a really good way to express yourself and to unwind from the daily grind, kind of de-stress yourself. I've got a couple of tutorials on my channel if anyone's looking for a way to kind of get started. Got a painting tutorial and a drawing tutorial. But yeah, if anyone has any ideas of things that you'd like to see in the future on my channel, let me know. I'm open to suggestions. Okay, I think I'm happy with this purple now. I just don't want any of the white of the door peeping through, so I needed to get a nice coat of paint on here before I go back and start adding in all these designs with the black paint pen. Oh, I missed a piece of purple up here. Let's go right here. Yeah, does anyone have any plans for the weekend? It got rainy and cold here now, so not many plans for this weekend myself, besides just doing some live streams. So yeah, my next live stream will be on either tomorrow or Sunday, or maybe both days. And I think I'm going to start working on a painting of my dog next. Because I have 3 little dogs, and I painted 2 of them. But I haven't painted my dog Duke yet. So I'll probably work on that. I also have an alien painting that I need to do something with. I started it like back in July. And it's just been kind of sitting because I'm stuck on this one part of it. But I really want to get it done, so maybe I'll do that next stream. I'm not too sure. Okay, I think that's good for the purple. Moving on to the next color, I need to do some more work on this blue, this shade of blue. And then once I've finished the blue, we'll move on to adding some more orange, and then I'm going to start painting the entire background to yellow. So this will be my final session on this door, which I'm really excited about. I just want to see what it looks like completely finished, you know? But yeah, this is my largest painting ever, and it was all a totally intuitive piece. I didn't have anything planned out for it. I was just kind of letting my creativity guide me as I go along. But yeah, I like to do abstract art. I like to paint landscapes. I've been doing a lot of alien art this past year. I love to do all kinds of different art. But yeah, I think the next piece I'll start is a painting of my dog, because it's been on my to-do list for a while now. And I feel kind of bad because I have my other 2 dogs paintings I've done, like hanging in my living room. But not my Duke boy. Just gotta get him painted too. Paint your dog. If that's something y'all might be interested in, I could always do a video on that too. But yeah, if you can, please give this video a like. I appreciate your support, and thank you for everyone who's stopped in and taken time out of your day to come watch me paint. How's it going, Matt Hole? Thanks for popping in, bud. How's your day going? Happy Friday the 13th. Did you ever play that game, Friday the 13th? Anyone ever play that game? It's super fun. Basically, there's like one player who's Jason, and then there is 7 people who play as like the counselors, and you have to figure out, you can either escape by car once you find all the parts, you can escape by boat, or you can even try to kill Jason. You can actually kill Jason on Friday the 13th, the game, which is always really hard but super fun to try to get done. Oh, you're working right now? That's what's up. Well, thanks for popping in even while you're at work. That's nice of you. Thank you. How's work going? Yeah, Matt Holt joined up in here. This is my final session on my door. I'm so excited. I can't wait to have this piece done. So this is my dining room door. I don't know if I mentioned that, but this is a door that I see all the time. And I was just really sick of it being plain white and boring. So I decided to jazz it up a little bit and kind of put my own touch. Oh, let me scoot you over. Sorry. Put my own touch on it. And I think I might end up eventually painting all the doors in my house like this. I don't know. Appreciate it, Matt Hole. Thank you. Yeah, I was trying to get a group of people to play Friday later on today. I don't know who's going to be around, but I mean, I feel like you got to play Friday the 13th on Friday the 13th. is just a must. There we go. Getting a nice second layer of paint on here, and then I'll be finished with this step. This is always part of the process of doing this painting, is just trying to get all my layers of paint. Can you see this okay? Okay. Oh, my leg's falling asleep. Oh my gosh. There we go. Just chilling. I almost brought one of the dog beds out so I could sit on it, but I don't want to get a bunch of dog hair on me. You got anything fun planned for the weekend, Matt Hole? Or anybody out there? Did you guys get snow yet? We woke up yesterday and there was a little bit of snow on the ground. And it was kind of nice. That was our first snow of the season. It was kind of cool to wake up and see everything all white and covered in snow. But typically I'm not really a fan of snow. No, I much prefer the warm sunny days. Here we go. It's almost, 45 minutes. Oh, nice. You doing some Christmas shopping? An 85-inch TV? Oh my. That's what's up. That's huge. They probably got a good deal on it right now with Christmas right here around the corner, huh? That'd be crazy to game on a TV that big. Oh my gosh. Well, that's what's up. I wouldn't mind having a bigger TV to game on. I just feel like it's a lot easier to get into it. It's more interactive. Oh, it's snow. You guys got snow too? Did you get a bunch of snow? Oh, it's gone already. Yeah, that's how it was for us yesterday. It snowed in the morning, and then the sun came out and melted it all away. So I was like, sweet. It didn't stick around long, which I didn't mind. I need to get this shape over here. I'm trying to angle this so you guys can see what I'm doing. But yeah, this is only like my 7th YouTube live, so I'm still trying to, you know, figure out what works best. But if anybody has suggestions of projects or things that you'd like me to see me doing on the channel, let me know. That includes crafty things, paintings, whatever. I had one person suggest that I do a live where I draw some characters and then I turn the characters into like 3D using clay. And I thought that sounded like a lot of fun. But yeah, even stuff like that. I have some air dry clay. I love working with clay. Any kind of creative thing, really. I'm down for it. But yeah, if you're thinking about doing some art, I highly encourage you to do it and tap into that creative side of yourself. It's really such a good way to unwind. Scoot you back over here. Sorry, the camera keeps shaking. I'm trying to move it so you can get a good view here. Almost done with this blue, and then I can move on to doing one more coat of orange. And then we're going to paint the background yellow. I feel like painting the background is just really going to tie everything together. It's going to look a lot more finished with the background. So I thought yellow would look really nice. With all of these colors, that would complement it well. I'm gonna have to scoot you down a little bit. Can't wait to game it, I bet. That's a huge TV, oh my gosh. Where are you getting it from? Did you find a good deal on it or something? go. I would love a huge TV like that to play on. I think the TV I game on is like 45 inches or something. Okay, moving on to orange. I've got to grab my orange paint. Ah. Here's a better view of the door real quick. Here's the bottom. What up, Mogs? How's it going? Happy Friday the 13th, bastard. How are you? Appreciate you popping in. I started doing lives on YouTube maybe weeks ago. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I'm working on this huge painting on my dining room door right now. Yeah, I hope you're doing good. 800, oh, that's not bad. Nice, less than $1,000 for a TV that big. Shoot. That's a good investment because you know that TV is going to last forever. Yeah, I hope you've been doing good, Moggs. Appreciate you popping in. Here we go. I don't know if Moggs knows that's you, dude. Does Moggs, I don't know if Moggs knows your name. But yeah, I thought these shapes just needed another coat of color of paint before I do any designs on them. That's kind of the problem with using these lighter colors. But I just figured we needed some warm colors in here along with the cooler colors to complement each other well, you know? Yeah, thanks, Moggs. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I just started doing these lives a few weeks ago. This is only my 7th one, I think. But yeah, I started doing the lives again. It's been a lot of fun. And what I really have been enjoying about doing these is I get to chat with people. And it's like kind of forcing me to do more art. Because I don't do art every day. I've been at practice. But doing these lives 3 to 4 times a week, I have to do art at least that much a week. Yeah, sometimes before I'd go sometimes I'd even go a month without doing any art. So I think it's a really good way to kind of push myself to actually make stuff too, which is always a good thing. It keeps doing this to me. It keeps doing this to me. Y'all, if we get disconnected, just stick around. My internet keeps cutting out on me the last couple. I don't know why. I got a new router yesterday because I thought maybe that was the issue, but I don't know what's going on. So sorry if it cuts out, y'all. Just stick around. I'm going to be live for at least a couple hours. I don't know what's going on with my internet. It's just been acting kind of finicky lately. I might have to call the internet people and see what's going on. But yeah, y'all, thank you for sticking around, sticking it out while it reconnects itself there. There we go. $1 an inch of screen. That's funny. That's not bad. Yeah, hopefully you can see this okay and everything. And if it's saying like I'm not live or it disconnects, just hang out and I'll be back on as soon as the internet kicks back on again. This has definitely been the most difficult part about this painting is having to sit on the tile. just need a little more coverage on these orange shapes, and then it'll be good to go. Yeah, thank you all for taking time out of your day to come and hang out. I appreciate it. I'll be back again live either tomorrow or Sunday. And I'll be maybe working on a painting of my dog, or maybe working on my alien painting. I haven't quite decided yet. Let me scooch you a little bit closer. There's one of my dogs coming over here. Probably like, what are you doing sitting on the ground? Hi, Jack. Hello, you little pig. Jack was a bad boy earlier. He got into his sister's bowl. It's working again? Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know. Gonna have to call the freaking internet people today and find out why it keeps cutting out like that. It's driving me insane. Especially when I'm gaming and the internet goes out, it's like, oh. But yeah, this will be my final session on this door. And then I'm gonna have to find something else to paint. What up, BT? How's it going? Happy Friday to you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. I appreciate it. This is my final session on this door today. Making some good progress. I'm just trying to get a second coat of paint on some of these little areas before I move on to painting the background yellow. There we go. Do you play video games, BT? What up, Fox on Pause? How's it going? Welcome in. I'm Yaz. Nice to meet you. I like your name. A fox is my spirit animal. Are you an artist as well? I'm an artist, crafter, mixed media creator. I love to do all kinds of different art. Definitely not just painting, but all sorts of different stuff. Oh, it keeps life interesting for me as a creative, just to kind of mix it up with different things. But yeah, are you an artist as well? Any artists or content creators in the house? Just let me know and I'll give you a follow when I'm done with my stream today. Doing good? That's what's up. I'm doing really good. I got some good sleep last night, so I'm like super full of energy and rested up. A lot of the time I don't sleep very good, so it was a nice change of pace. I just always have so many weird, vivid dreams, like the weirdest dreams. Like I was watching a TV show the other day, and Shaquille O'Neal was on this TV show, and then that night I had a dream about Shaquille O'Neal because he was on the show. I'm like, brain, what is wrong with you? Why can't I have a like nice, pleasant dream? It's always something weird. Anybody else have that problem? There we go. We're almost there. Woohoo! Get these little strips of sometimes. Oh, nice. That's what's up. That's cool. You and your daughter play games together. I know like Minecraft and Roblox are super popular with the kids these days. I think I've played Minecraft once. Is that the game where there's like all kinds of games built into it? Or is that Roblox? They had like a Friday the 13th version of it on this, whichever one it was, and I played that some on there. Yeah, I can't wait to play Friday the 13th today. Because, I mean, it is Friday the 13th. I saw this really funny meme last night, and it was of Jason, you know, Jason Voorhees, and he was wearing a Santa Claus hat. And it said, "Make sure you leave your milk and cookies out for Jason tonight." I thought that was pretty great. It's been a while since I've watched the movies, though. Might have to do that tonight, too. Just a little more orange. Yeah, I love to game. I probably spend too much time gaming. But at least I'm back to making art, because there was like a good couple years where I really didn't make much art. And I spent a lot of my time just gaming, but not that there's anything wrong with that. But I'm just like one of those people where I like to see like something come out of my time, you know what I mean? So when I make art and I spend a couple hours working on it, at least by the time I'm done, I have something to show for my time, you know? I just love to be productive with my time. Because there was a lot of years in there, I spent a lot of time gaming. And so now I'm just kind of looking to be a little more productive with my time, you know? If that makes sense. Oh, I'm almost done with this step, and then we can move on to the yellow. Oh, that's what's up. Nice, BT. Got you, little gamer girl. I like to play Friday the 13th. I really love to play Fallout 76. It's like this game where it's like based in like the apocalyptic kind of future. After like there's this huge like nuke goes off, and then there's a bunch of zombies and stuff. But I really love Fallout 76 because like you can do your own building on there. And I love to build camps on there. Like I built my own restaurant, like diner. What else have I built? All kinds of stuff. I built a haunted house. I built like a whole school, like a 3-story school. I built an aquarium. I built a lot of different things on there, and I think that's just another, like, you know, form of my creativity coming out. Okay, we're done with this. But yeah, I love to play all kinds of different games. Red Dead Redemption sometimes. Sometimes I'll play GTA. I used to be really into GTA 5. I have like probably over 3,000 hours on that game. Okay, now I can stand up. We're gonna start painting the background now. Woohoo! This is the part I've been most excited to start. Because once I get this background done, it's gonna look like this piece is finished. But I still have to go back in on these shapes down here and then add in some of these black designs. Woo. Yeah, I follow this one artist. Her name is Trippy Draws. And she's the artist that inspired me to want to paint my door. Because she's painted like every square inch of her house. And I just thought it looked so cool. So I figured, why not paint something around my house? Because I can, why not? But I think it'd be really cool to paint like a mural in my art studio. You'll see on a live stream sometime in the future. I'm trying to get myself together here, and then I'm going to scooch the camera up. Yeah, there's so many fun things. Like, I can't wait to share with y'all. My next stream will be either tomorrow or Sunday, or maybe both days. And I'm going to be painting my dog, I think. My dog, Duke. So you can kind of see the whole door now. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And you can like game with other people online with it too, which is really fun. Okay, so I'm gonna go with this yellow for the background. This part might take me a little while because I've got to go around all these shapes, but it'll be cool. Get some nice yellow on there. If anybody is just popping in, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps a girl out. Okay, and if you're curious what this piece looked like before, you can kind of see the progression of it on my channel. I posted all of the videos that I've done working on this piece. So I guess we'll start up here. I don't know if I should scoot you closer or if this is a good angle. Hopefully I only have to do one coat of yellow because I feel like this is going to take a while and I really don't want to have to work on this piece that much longer. I just want to have it finished already. But yeah, anyone have any fun plans for the weekend? Anyone going to get their pictures taken with Santa? Oops. I may end up having to go over some of these areas once I do this yellow, because I feel like this yellow might mess up some of these colors. So that's why I thought yellow would be good too, because even if I get some yellow paint on the other shapes, it won't be so noticeable. Ah! There we go. So I always like to paint from left to right, so then I don't have to worry about smearing any paint on my hands and then getting it everywhere else. Oh yeah, the yellow is gonna look nice. I'm excited about this. I don't know if y'all can hear the music, but I found some copyright-free music. I didn't want to put it too loud in case I decide to make some other videos using this long-form video. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a yellow door. I love the color yellow. It's so cheery and happy. I think it's the happiest color there is. And what's funny is I used to hate the color yellow. I never used yellow with any of my art. But as the years have gone by, I've just kind of grown to love the color. Hey Merritt, welcome in. I'm Yaz, nice to meet ya. Yeah, I'm making a huge painting. This is the biggest painting I've ever done. And it is on my dining room door. Yeah, welcome in. How's it going? This is the largest painting I've ever done. And I thought it'd be fun to do like an abstract sort of thing like this on my door. But if I ever move from this house, I'm taking this door with me. I spent way too much time of my life on the thing. It's going with me wherever I go. It was kind of funny. I had somebody message me on Facebook asking if they could buy this piece. I'm like, well, it's a door, so I don't think you can. So far, I'm probably like 12 or 13 hours into it, Merritt. And thank you so much, BT. This has been a labor of love, for sure. Oh, there's the timer. But yeah, Merritt, if you're curious about what this piece looked like, or anybody, I've worked on this piece during YouTube lives. This is my sixth session on this door. And you can kind of see the progress of it on the videos. They're posted on my channel. Do you do art as well, Merritt? And thank you all for being here and hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I know there's so many things you could be spending your time on, but for you to take time out of your day just to come watch me, it really does mean a lot, and I appreciate your support. I was cracking up when I saw your comments on that, the Kathy Bates piece, BT. You dirty bird! That cracked me up. Yeah, I love that movie, Misery. I painted the main character, one of the main characters from it. Her name's Amy Wilkes. And she's a psycho lady. And she's one of my favoriteest, like, villains from any movie, just because, like, she looks totally innocent. But really, she's a psycho. But yeah, I had to paint her, and that was my, like, if anyone's curious, it's posted on Instagram and as a community post here on YouTube. But that was my very first sort of realistic painting I've ever done. And I would really like to do some more pieces like that. And I painted it a couple years ago, and I used what's called the Zorn, Z-O-R-N palette. Zorn was an artist back in the day, and you use a very limited color palette to achieve all of those skin tones that I used for that piece. I can't remember the colors right now, but yeah, I used maybe like 4 or 5 paint colors to create all the skin tones. And it was a really fun challenge. Maybe I'll post like a time lapse of it on YouTube at some point, because I did paint it live when I was still on Twitch. But yeah, I've really been enjoying doing these lives. Such a cool way to like meet new people, chat with people. And it's really been forcing me to do more art lately, which is always really a good thing for me. Good for my mental health. It's a really good way to stay grounded, I feel like. But see how the yellow is bringing this whole thing to life? Oh my gosh. I can't wait to see what it looks like. I'm getting like anxious to see the final product. But I'm impatient. The other day when I was doing my craft stream, I literally got my blow dryer out so I could blow dry the paint because I didn't want to wait for it to dry. I was like, no. So sometimes I'll even do that. But that's the great thing about acrylic paint, is it does dry pretty quickly. That's probably my favoriteest part about acrylic paint. But I know that's the reason why it drives some people crazy, is because it does dry quickly. But if you take certain precautions, like having a spray bottle with water nearby, and you can spray your water every now and again, it really helps with your paint not drying so quickly on your palette. But yeah, I've got a couple of tutorials for acrylic painting on my channel if anyone's kind of curious or wanting to get into acrylic paint. I've made a few videos for beginners and stuff like that. I think I might just paint the whole left side, and then I'll slowly start moving over so then I don't have to worry about the paint smearing on me. Getting in places I don't want it to go. This shape kind of looks like a little ghost. I could scooch it closer. Is that better? It's got some raver music I'm listening to right now. Yeah, I like listening to music or something while I'm painting, because I feel like, especially with music, it just kind of keeps my energy high and keeps me going a little bit longer. But usually I'm watching a TV show while I'm painting. I've been really into Brooklyn Nine-Nine lately and Schitt's Creek. Schitt's Creek is hilarious. I haven't watched all of it yet. I'm on like season 4. But it's like one of my new favorite TV shows. Eugene Levy's on there, and his son too plays. They're the couple of the main characters on that show. It's really good if you guys, anyone's into comedies. It's kind of like dry comedy a little bit, which I really love. I love that kind of just dry humor. But yeah, it's a great show. And then, of course, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That show is hilarious. Any kind of comedies I'm into. Does anyone have any suggestions for comedy TV shows or movies? Let me know. I'm always looking for a good one. I know Schitt's Creek was out for a while. It's been over for a while, but I'm just now getting around to watching it. I've been binge watching it the last couple days. I think I like it. I think I do. This is so fun. Y'all, I highly encourage you, if you have a white door in your house, go throw some paint on it. Life's too short for boring white doors. Add a splash of color to your life. I feel like color is just such a whole vibe. All these bright colors, it just really raises the vibe and the energy of your space. And that was really what I wanted to do with this dining room door. Was just kind of raise the vibration. Because bright colors make me so happy to look at and see. And that's why I use a lot of bright colors with my artwork. Because they just make me happy, and I feel like, I hope that who's ever viewing my art can kind of get some happiness from it too, you know? I don't know if that makes sense, but that's my goal with my art. Just to kind of spread some joy. There we go. I'm trying to not get nitpicky on this right now, because I'm missing some areas with this yellow, but I don't think anyone's really going to be able to notice. And if I can live with it, then it's fine. Still working on that whole perfectionism with art. I've gotten a lot better over the years, but when I was younger, it was pretty bad. I would get so frustrated working on art that if it wasn't turning out how I wanted it to, or wasn't turning out how I envisioned, I would just get so frustrated and I would just stop working on the piece. But as I've gotten older, I've gotten a lot better at just kind of letting go of expectations, with just kind of letting it be what it is, you know? And that's definitely one of the biggest pieces of advice that I could give to a beginner artist, is just let your creativity and your art be what it is. Don't get stuck on the picture in your head of what you thought it would be. Just enjoy the process, and don't be so worried about the product or the outcome. You know what I mean? And I guess that could kind of apply to life as well. Just let life be what it is. But I saw this quote this morning, and it kind of hit home, and it was something like, there's somebody laying in their hospital bed who wishes that they could be in your situation. So even if you're feeling unmotivated, or you're feeling sad, or you're feeling like you don't want to do it, you got to push past all those things. Because feelings come and go. And it's important to do things and stay consistent with things, even if you don't feel like it. And for me, like, a big thing for me is exercising. There's some days I just don't feel like exercising. But I have to push past those feelings, and, you know, show up for myself, even if I don't feel like it. I think it's important to show up for myself and still do it, even if I don't feel like it. And most of the time, once you get started on that thing that you're dreading or you don't want to do, once you get going on it, most of the time those feelings just go away. But yeah, I'm really into self-improvement and self-development. I listen to a lot of audiobooks on the topic. And right now I'm listening to this one called the 5 a.m. Club. And it has some really good bits of advice in it. And it's really been keeping my attention, which is sometimes hard to do with these books. I've got to be really into them to keep my attention. But yeah, the 5 a.m. Club, if you're looking for some motivation or some new insights into life, I highly recommend it. It's been a really good book so far. I really like audiobooks though, because I don't have to sit there and hold the book. I can just listen to it while I'm getting ready for the day. The morning time is when I listen to my audiobooks most of the time. But yeah, if anyone has any good books you recommend to me, let me know. I'm always looking for some new ones. This one artist that I follow on here named Darnell Lee Artistry, he was talking about this book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F the other day. So I think that might be the next audiobook I listen to after this 5 a.m. Club one. Seems like a really interesting book. But yeah, I use this app. It's called Libby. And if you have a library card, you just connect the library card to this app. And you can listen to audiobooks and rent, check out books totally for free. So you don't need a Kindle subscription or anything, which is pretty nice. I'm really glad that I found this app. Because, yeah, I've been listening to all kinds of books. Heather's Soul. And I don't know. These books have really helped me kind of help me get out of my own head with a lot of things too. Because a lot of the times, whether you realize it or not, your head is full of thoughts. You're just constantly thinking all day long. And if you can find a way to push back that habit of thinking all day long, it frees up your energy to focus on the present moment. And I feel like it's helped me a lot. I'm really into like frequencies and raising your frequency and your vibe and stuff like that. And I saw this quote about how if you can free your mind of thoughts, you're raising your energy and you're raising your vibe too. And I'm all about that. I just want to send some good vibes out into the world. So many people out there struggling, and if I can just send some good energy out to people, I feel like I'm doing what I came here to do. You know what I mean? I know that might sound kind of weird to some people, but if you're into energies and vibes and stuff, then you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F sounded like a really good one. Has anybody else out there read that book? I'm curious. But it talks about how basically less is more. And people are drawn to people who don't care. I know it sounds so weird, but it's true. And I can be kind of extra sometimes, so that's something I've been kind of trying to work on, is to not be so extra and to remind myself that less is more. Everything doesn't always have to be a big production. Because sometimes less is more, and I feel like your vibe will attract your tribe, But yeah, that's just my 2 cents on it. But another book I really want to check out is called The War of Art. Not The Art of War, that's called The War of Art. And so that's another one I'm looking forward to checking out as well. But yeah, I'm really into audiobooks. It's been a really good way to kind of connect with myself and connect with doing some inner. The last couple of years I've been spending a lot of time working on inner healing and trying to better myself while still accepting and loving myself for who I am now. I feel like there's always room for improvement, right? Whether that's trying to not think all the time or trying to be more patient. That's a huge thing for me, is trying to be more patient. Because I'm pretty damn impatient, but I've been working on it. But yeah, if anyone has any good books out there, let me know. I'm always looking for a good audiobook to listen to while I'm getting ready for the day. Yeah, I spent a lot of time listening to the audiobooks and doing yoga and meditating. Those have been like really vital for me in doing my self-healing. And if you've been thinking about doing some meditation, I think a really good way is to start off by doing some guided. And it really is amazing how much meditating can really relax your body and your mind. You know that one? Oh yeah, The Art of War. I've never read The Art of War, but I've heard it was a good book. I'll have to check that one out too, because they do have it on the Libby app. But yeah, art's just another thing that I use to kind of help keep me grounded, and it even is really good for healing, I feel like. Because like I said, I really think everybody is an artist. It's just a matter of pushing past all your self-constraints, you know? Just think back to when you were a kid and you would just make art without even thinking about it. And if you can tap back into that, it's really an amazing feeling. Like Picasso's an excellent example of that. He was an amazing artist, like very structured artist as a kid, because I think his dad taught him art. But he never really had those moments of just, freeing himself as a child doing art. And so as he got older, you can see his art where he starts to reconnect with his inner child and doing some more like childlike art. And it's really interesting to see, like, I know I've seen it online where you can see his self-portraits over the years from when he was a kid to him as an older man. And honestly, I like his portraits when he was an older guy because they're more like childlike looking, you know? You also know about that? I know you do. But yeah, a couple years ago, I was teaching painting classes, doing like sip and paint classes. And then one summer, me and another artist, we did like these art classes for kids. And honestly, I really enjoyed doing the art classes with the kids more than the adults, because kids, they just like, they don't have any restriction when it comes to making art. They just like go at it. And I think that's something that we can all kind of learn from, you know? But yeah, it's been a fun journey. Fun journey these last couple years. Not an easy one, but a fun one. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing some more teaching classes. I always wanted to be a teacher. Who knows, maybe one day I'll be one. It's never too late, right? Never too late to follow your dreams. Let me scooch back up to the top of this door. Slowly making our way over to the right side. I probably should get a mat to stand on, because last time I was standing for 2 hours in one spot. My legs were kind of hurting after. Let me grab a mat real quick. I meant to do this earlier, but I forgot about it. Get a memory foam mat to stand on. Oh, that's better already. Okay. Now I can stand here for a while longer. That's better. Yeah, it's kind of a cold day here today. I'm working downstairs in my dining room. It's all tile, so it's a little chilly, but it's worth it to get this done, to hang out with y'all. The yellow is really popping. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I went with yellow. It took me a while to kind of figure out what color to do. I think I need to turn this music down a little bit. Let me get a sip of my tea too here. It was too hot to drink earlier. Thanks. Thank you, Carl. Appreciate it. Yeah, I thought the yellow would like really make all these different colors pop really well, you know? I'm definitely gonna have to varnish this piece with something. Some spray varnish. I think I'm gonna spray varnish it so I don't have to worry about the paint chipping or anything, or worry about my dog scratching up the paint on the bottom of the door. Silly little dogs. But yeah, my next art stream will either be tomorrow or Sunday, maybe both days. It just it takes a lot of energy to do these live streams just because I talk a lot, and I don't usually talk this much. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll either be painting my dog or working on a UFO painting. I have this alien sitting in a UFO with a bunch of trees and like a mountainscape sort of thing. If anyone's curious what it looks like, I posted a short of it just this week, I believe, on Monday. And I had another short come out yesterday. And then I'll have another short coming out tomorrow too. So yeah, YouTube keeps me pretty busy. I always like to come out with new content. And I just love like looking at what's trending and then kind of try to turn it into something artsy related, you know? Here we go. Oh, this is so much better standing on this mat. Hopefully this yellow paint will be enough. I'm using cadmium yellow medium hue. This is like my most favorite shade of yellow. I always like to thin out my acrylic paint a little bit with a couple squirts of water on there. Because straight out of the tube, the Basics acrylic is kind of thick. So I usually end up thinning it out a little bit. It's just easier to spread out, and I get a lot more out of this paint if I water it down a bit. Oops. Trying really hard not to paint over these shapes up here. I probably should have done this background before I added all the little designs to it, but that's all right. We're gonna make it work. There we go. I'm glad I left like a pretty good amount of space between each design too. Between each shape, I should say, because that's making this step a little bit easier. Hopefully you can see this okay. Whoops. Good thing I'm using a light color, because even if I get any yellow on these other shapes, it's not very noticeable. And it's easy to wipe off real quick. Yeah, I can't wait to start working on that alien piece again. I can't wait to get that one finished too. It's definitely been sitting around long enough. Oh, I'm getting hiccups. So is anyone asking Santa for anything specific this year? I'm thinking about getting one of those walking pad treadmills. They're really cool because they're like super skinny and you can fit them under your beds and stuff. Hey Strawberry, how's it going? Welcome in. I'm Yaz, it's nice to meet you and thank you so much. I appreciate your kind words. This is my dining room door. I decided it needed some pizzazz, so I painted this kind of abstract piece on it. Totally intuitive. I didn't have it planned out, the designs or the colors or anything. I've just been kind of letting my creativity guide me along, you know. Are you an artist as well, Strawberry? I've met a couple new artists doing these lives. Always cool to meet another creative. But yeah, this is like my 7th live on YouTube. I've been doing like 3 to 4 a week. I would really like to do one every day, but I just don't know if I have the energy for that because it's kind of a lot. But yeah, I'm working on painting the background. And then the very bottom of the door, I still need to add in these like black designs and the shapes on the bottom. But for now, I'm just trying to get this background done. I'm hoping this will be the last session of this piece. We'll see how it goes. It's taken me probably like 12 to 13 hours in on this piece now. But this is the largest painting I've ever done in my whole life. Besides this piece, I did like almost dropped my brush. I did like a 3 feet by 4 feet piece on canvas. And it's kind of like an abstractish mountainscape piece. And I have it hanging in my living room. But that's one of my most favorite parts about being an artist is I can make my own home decor. Really customize it, my colors and everything like that. But besides the landscape piece, I did a huge painting of Mac at the Folsom Paint Park a couple years back. Well, more than a few now. But yeah, it's fun to work large, making large art, because I feel like it makes really such an impact, an immediate impact. But it's fun to do small pieces too, because I do like paint so many large pieces that every once in a while I like to just work on something small that I can finish in like one day instead of a piece that takes me like months and months and months to do. But yeah, I also do crafting. I shared a couple of crafting tutorials on my channel. I love to do anything, any kind of creative thing, I'm there for it, not just painting. I've got to mix up my mediums, otherwise I get bored. Like, back in the day, I did solely just painting, and then one day I just got super burnt out on it. And so that's when I started doing more mixed media art. Just to kind of really help the creative juices flowing, for me at least, is just experimenting with different mediums and combinations of mediums. I've even painted my own shoes. Like literally all kinds of different things I love to do, but I always wanted a pair of donut shoes. And so a couple years ago I got a pair of these plain white canvas shoes, like slip-on shoes from Walmart. They were like 17 bucks. And I decided that I was going to turn them into donut shoes. And what inspired that was I made the cutest little felt character out of, felt, a donut. And his name's the Bakery Bandit. I've posted about him on my channel. But I'm like handmade everything for this felt doll, including his shoes, which had little sprinkles and frosting and stuff like that on them. And I was like, oh, I need a pair of these for myself. So I got these shoes from Walmart, just some inexpensive shoes, and I got some fabric markers, which made it really easy. And so I used the fabric markers and dyed the shoes with those. And then I got some puff paint and I made the little sprinkles and frosting and stuff like that with the puff paint. So there's kind of like a 3D element to them as well. But eventually I really want to make like a whole line of these shoes. And the next pair of food shoes I make, I really want to make some waffles with syrup on them. I think that'd be super cute. Yeah, I was really obsessed with making food art at one point, like turning like food into little characters. I also made a little character out of felt of a slice of pizza. But I have an idea, since I made the Bakery Bandit, I really want to make like a whole line of these felt characters as well, out of using felt. So I've got plans for a little ice cream character, a candy bar character, a piece of pie, and these characters are all going to be part of this group called the Bad Tooth Bandits. So they're all going to be like criminal donuts. Or not donuts, but criminal desserts. And the reason I thought criminal desserts would be fun is because it's just kind of like the whole irony, like desserts are sweet. But I wanted to showcase their like criminal side, you know? So I thought about making this whole set of little characters for the Bad Tooth Bandits. But so far I only have the Bakery Bandit. And he has like a whole backstory. Like this is probably my first like original character, I guess you could say, that I made. But his backstory is that he once belonged to a cop. But his desire and obsession with sprinkles led him to go to the dark side and criminal. So now he goes to all the bakeries. He steals everybody's sprinkles. I made him a little like face mask, like eye mask, little robber mask. That's like removable. And I made him a little bag that he carries around that has a bunch of sprinkles I made out of felt for him. Yeah, it's really fun making like your own original character, just coming up with like the backstory and everything. It was a lot of fun. I really need to get back into So maybe we'll do that on another live stream. We'll make another character for the Bad Tooth Bandits, because Lord knows I've got a ton of felt. Because I ordered a whole bunch of felt for when I was going to make these, and the felt's just been sitting for the last couple years. I need to get back to it. But if you're an artist, you know how it is. Sometimes we just get on these obsessions of things and we get all the supplies for it, and then the obsession goes away. At least that's how it is for me. I have like so many art supplies and things I was gonna make with these art supplies, and I just never got around to it. Like perler beads was another thing I was like obsessed with for a while. And I only really made one perler bead creation. It was this little alien sitting in a UFO. But I thought it would be really cool to make the Mars Attacks alien out of perler beads. I saw one of those pieces like a long time ago, and I always wanted to make my own. So yeah, I've got perler beads too. Just talking about these ideas is helping me think of more stuff that I can do like on my future live streams. I used to watch this one, I can't remember her name, but she was an amazing perler bead artist. She made a whole like Ouija board, like a life-size Ouija board out of perler beads. Like, she did really cool, huge pieces like that. At some point, I want to get into that too. But yeah, I've got a ton of art supplies that I need to use up. I also have a box of like random like things that I probably should have thrown away, but I was like, I can make something out of this. I'm not throwing it away. Mostly mason jars. I used to have a huge collection of mason jars, like, old spaghetti jars. I used to save those so I could make projects out of them. But I'm trying to not be such a hoarder, so I threw away a bunch of them. But yeah, like, I've got a whole shoebox full of random things like broken glasses and old measuring cups and just a bunch of random stuff that I could maybe potentially turn into something. And a while back when I was streaming on Twitch, I did this super fun project where I made my own little wheel spinner thing. And on each little area of the wheel spin, I had like some random object. Like, I had pasta on there. I had glasses, twine, yarn, raffia. And so I had to spin this wheel, and whatever it landed on was an object that I had to use to make this piece, to make something out of it. And so I ended up making this cute little sailboat out of this random junk. So it just goes to show you, you don't need fancy supplies or anything like that just to be creative. Sometimes it's fun to try to limit yourself with your supplies that you're using, to see what you can be resourceful and use, So maybe I'll do that again too. Like, I still have the wheel spinner I used, and I have that huge box of random things that I can potentially make something out of. Yeah, I like to be resourceful for the supplies that I'm using. You don't always need fancy things to make cool stuff. But yeah, that's why I really like to go and get craft items from like the dollar store. Like, literally, I saw these people online make a cute Christmas tree using a plunger. Like a freaking plunger of all things. And I just thought that was so creative. Like, just turning random stuff like that into cute functional items. It's a lot of fun. Jenga blocks are also a really good really good like material to make cute things out of. I've made all kinds of stuff out of Jenga blocks. And they sell them at the Dollar Tree. So they're very inexpensive, and most of the time you just need the Jenga blocks, some glue, and some paint. And you can make something cute out of it. I've made a little lantern out of them. I've made a candle holder. All kinds of things. Popsicle sticks are another really good, fun, inexpensive supply to use. I've made like I made this huge mountain-shaped shelf that I hung on the wall in my living room. Now there's some little knickknacks on it, but yeah, I just glued together some popsicle sticks and painted them, and I made a little mountain shelf. And then I made a miniature little mountain decor piece for my living room tables, because my whole living room is like mountain themed, and they don't really sell many like mountain themed items in the store, so that's why I decided just to make my own. But yeah, if anyone's curious about that popsicle stick project, I've shared a video on my channel where I kind of show you how you can make your own. And they're so versatile, like literally you could make any shape out of these things. If you're not in the mountains, you could make a star or a heart or whatever. I'm thinking I really kind of want to make another lantern out of Jenga blocks though, so I can make a video for YouTube. Because it's super easy. Takes a little bit of time just because you have to wait for the glue to dry, but besides that, it goes by very quickly. And you have to use wood glue when you're using the Jenga blocks, because I tried to use hot glue before and they did not stick very well. But yeah, eventually I'm going to have to make a video. Maybe this springtime I'll make a video of how to make your own lantern decor out of Jenga blocks. You could probably even use popsicle sticks. Making really good progress on this though. We almost got the top of this door covered. Woohoo! And the paint's drying pretty quickly. But yeah, hopefully this will be the final session on this door. I thought it was going to be when I started this morning, but I don't know. I might have to do one more session on this door, because I still need to add these like black designs to the bottom shapes. Push my content out to the algorithm. It's a girl out. Yeah, talking about all these projects, it's getting me excited to do some more YouTube lives, because I've been thinking the last couple days, like, what am I going to work on once this door is finished? But I've got all kinds of different things I can make, I guess, out of perler beads or whatever. Gotta spray my paintbrushes so they don't dry up with the paint on them. I might have to go over some of these shapes one more time, because I've gotten a little bit of yellow on some of them, which I've been able to wipe away on some parts, but this part's kind of hard because I have to look up the whole time I'm painting, which is not very comfortable to do, but that's okay. Almost done with the top portion. Then I can probably sit down and finish up this background. But yeah, this yellow is, sheesh, so bright and cheerful. It's bringing the whole piece to life. I love it. Yeah, either tomorrow or Sunday I'll do another live. The more I'm thinking about it, it'll probably be on Sunday, because we probably have to go to town and do some shopping tomorrow. But yeah, I live out in the middle of nowhere, so that's why I say we gotta go to town. There are no stores out where I live. We gotta go good 35, 40 minutes to the closest store. But I like it. I really enjoy living out in the mountains. This has been my most favoriteest place I've ever lived. I've lived in a lot of different places throughout my life. I used to move a lot when I was in my 20s, my early 20s. There was like, I moved like 12 or 13 times in 10 years at one point. There was one year where I moved twice. So I was always kind of a rolling stone. But I feel like life's too short to stay in the same place for too long. Where I'm living at now is the longest place I've ever lived anywhere. And I really enjoy it. The neighbors are real cool. Got beautiful views outside my window. I've got to see the mountains and the pine trees. I don't ever want to go back to living in the city. Definitely a mountain lady now. It's just really cool to be out, living out, you know, among the trees and in nature. It's just totally different lifestyle than compared to living in the city, which I've done too. I mean, I lived in Sacramento before, and I'm really glad that I got out. And I'm out here now in the middle of, out in the sticks, the middle of nowhere. It definitely took some adjustment though, that's for sure. So I remember when we first moved up here, there was a couple times where I forgot stuff to grab certain things from the store. And when you've got to drive like 40 minutes to the nearest store, you don't want to forget anything, especially like toilet paper. So yeah, it's been a whole learning experience living up here. But I'm all about that, new experiences and trying new things and just living life. There's so many different lifestyles to live out there. But yeah, I'm never going back to the city life again. After living out here, I got spoiled living out in the quiet. Like literally all day, you don't hear anything except for the wind and the roosters next door. The neighbor recently got roosters. So every now and again I hear just a rooster out there cackling off, which I think is hilarious. And the neighbors across the street have goats, so every once in a while I hear a little goat going off. But yeah, it's really peaceful. But this is the windiest place and the coldest place. The first time I've ever lived anywhere where it snows. And I remember our first like 2 nights up here, it was so windy, like 90-mile-per-hour winds. It was honestly a little bit scary when you're not used to it, you know? Like, is the house gonna blow over? But yeah, I have my little art studio where I'll be probably streaming from next stream. I've got a tiny little art studio. It's probably only like 300 or 400 square feet, but it's super cute and cozy, and it's definitely been my most favoriteest art studio I've ever had too. Because there was times in my life where all I had for an art studio was like a little corner in my room. So it's nice to have that dedicated area for my creativity. Because, yeah, there was times where I would just do all my art sitting at the dining room table because there's no other spot to do it. But the thing I like about having an art studio is I can work on whatever I'm working on, and then I can just leave the project laying out. I don't have to clean it up each time, which definitely helps with the productivity, I feel like. I think I better get a drink of my tea. My throat's getting a little raspy, my voice. I made this tea like 3 hours ago, and it's just now barely cool enough for me to drink. It was way too hot. Yeah, I like to start off each morning with a cup of tea. Either some ginger tea or some vanilla chai. I really like those too. I used to be a coffee drinker, but I stopped drinking coffee probably a year ago, which was a really hard habit to break. Because I was a super big coffee drinker. Like, literally, I drank almost a whole pot to myself each day. But I found, like, since I've cut back on the coffee, I'm not, like, so anxious anymore. Like, it was, like, I was drinking so much coffee, it was making me kind of anxious. So it's been a good choice for me to cut out the coffee and switch to my tea. I do miss coffee, though, don't get me wrong. There's still days where I definitely want a cup. But it's nice to not need it, you know? Let's scooch back over here. This step's taking me a lot longer to do than I thought it would. But that's okay. It's all part of the process. But yeah, I can't wait to share with this video I have coming out on Sunday. And it's how to make your own Christmas decor, little miniature diorama. It'll be my last Christmas do-it-yourself project of the season. But every year I like to try to make something new, a new decoration piece. I really like just to make my own like decor like that for the holidays, because I know that nobody else will have a piece identical to mine. So it's just a really nice way to make my own custom pieces, and it's really fun to make. I really love crafting. What's funny is I never really did crafting up until, I don't know, the past 7 years is when I really started getting into it. But before that, I just did a lot of mixed media and painting. But I've really found the crafter side in me over these past 7 years. But it's really cool because you can customize like whatever you're making with crafts, like to match my style, the theme of my rooms, the colors, all that kind of stuff. I'm like obsessed with the color aqua, like this aqua minty sort of color. And there's not too many things like in store like that color, so it's been really cool to be able to make my own custom like home decor too, because I can have a bunch of aqua things around my house. I wouldn't mind if my whole house was this aqua color, really. I love it so much. They were lucky back in the 50s, everything was this mint color. Back in the day, like, I feel like things were way more artistic than they are nowadays. Like, the cars and stuff, that's why I really love old cars. Because they're just, like, way more style and way more creative looking. Like, all the cars nowadays look the same, but back in the day when they had those huge fenders on the cars or, like, the odd-shaped lights and stuff, they're just so much more artsy looking. Like, even the homes, like, I love Victorian homes. Hey, Magdi, how's it going? I do remember you. How are you doing? Welcome back in. Thank you so much. I remember you. Thanks for joining in on a live again. I appreciate it. I've just been working on painting this background. I still have to add in the black designs and the shapes on the bottom of the door, but my main goal for the day is to get this background done. It's taking a lot longer than I expected, but it's been fun. How are you doing? I'm doing good, thank you. Were you the person that likes to do crafty things? Or is that another person? That might have been Victoria who did the crafty things. But they saying hi. You up to anything fun today? I was just talking about my love for old car was a 61 Comet. And I loved that car. Like, one of my regrets in life was getting rid of that car. Hopefully one day I'll have another one. But it's like this huge boat of a car. And it had these, like, the lights on the back of it look like cat eyes. It was such a cool car. I miss it. But they're very rare to find nowadays. So who knows? We'll see. But yeah, I love old cars. I've done a couple of paintings of old cars. There's this one I've shared on YouTube. It's called Cruisin'. And it's this monochromatic, like it's a hand holding a steering wheel. And you can see part of the inside of the car, it's all monochromatic. But then the scenery on the outside is all colorful and bright, like a sunset over some mountains. It was a really fun piece to make. And I did two versions of this painting. I did one where even the background and the scenery was monochromatic. And then I did this one painting where the scenery was all bright and colorful. I really wouldn't mind doing some more paintings like that. It was a lot of fun. And I did another painting of an old truck a long time ago. I used to walk by this, I think it was a 32 Ford pickup truck. I used to walk by it every day on my walks. And so one day I had an assignment for a painting class, so I decided to paint this truck. And it's one of my most favorite paintings I've done. I don't think I've shared it on YouTube. I might have posted it on my Instagram. But yeah, I love old cars. Like, growing up, we used to go to a lot of old car shows and stuff, and that's really where my love of old cars began. But they're just all so unique looking, you know? That's like one of my favoriteest parts about them. But yeah, even like old homes, like old Victorian homes that have all like ornate architectural things on the outside. I love those. And the big bay windows. I wouldn't mind living in an old Victorian one day. As long as it's not haunted. Or maybe build a new house that looks like a Victorian house. So then you know it's not haunted. But yeah. I don't want to be messing with no ghosts. Well, I got almost a quarter of this door painted with the background yellow. Coming along. I'm done in like 2 hours, but nope. It's already been about an hour and a half. So maybe one more session working on this piece. There we go. What time is it? Oh, okay. Still early in the day. I don't really have much planned for the rest of the day except play some Friday the 13th. That's the only thing I really want to do today. And I need to finish editing my video for Sunday. But I made some cowboy beans last night in the slow cooker. And there's still a ton of those left over, so I'm not going to have to make dinner tonight. Which I'm pretty happy about. Any night we can have leftovers is a good night for me. Not that I mind cooking, but it's nice to have a break from it every now and again, you know? But I think my most favoriteest thing to cook is enchiladas. I love making homemade enchiladas. That's probably like my specialty, you could say. If I had a specialty, it would be enchiladas. I've been making them ever since I was in high school. So I guess I've gotten pretty good at making them over the years. Some enchiladas and refried beans and Spanish rice. I might have to make some of those next week. They just take me like 2 hours to make, so I don't make them too often. But they do take a while to make because you gotta roll them all up. But it's definitely always worth it. Especially now I have some lactose pills. I can eat all the enchiladas I want and not have to worry about it. Well, but yeah, my birthday was almost a week ago and we got some carrot cake. So at night I've been having my little slice of carrot cake with some ice cream, which I don't usually really eat desserts too often. I'll try to cut out desserts as much as I can because I've been trying to get fit. And I've lost probably close to 50 pounds, about 50 pounds over this past year, just by watching what I eat. And just, you know, when I do eat something like, you know, cake and ice cream, I do it in moderation. But yeah, just watching what I eat and exercising. I've lost a lot of weight, so I want to keep it up. I keep telling the hubs I'm going to get a 6-pack. So that's my goal, is just to really get fit. Strong body, strong mind, right? Oh. But yeah, I usually do like watch a couple of exercise videos on YouTube. I do yoga, and then I also do some cardio, body strengthening, which I'll probably do that today too. I really enjoy exercising. It's a really good way to blow off some steam, you know? If I lived closer to a gym, I'd probably go to a gym, but the gym's almost an hour away, so I've just been doing my little exercise videos and thinking about getting a treadmill so I could go on a walk. I mean, I could probably just go for walks in my neighborhood, but there's mountain lions up here, so I don't know about that. Got mountain lions and wolves and all kinds of wild animals up here. A couple years ago, I actually got to see some wolves walking down my street. That was like one of the coolest experiences I've had living up here. So yeah, you gotta be aware and watch your surroundings when you live in a place like this. You don't gotta watch out for the people, it's the animals that you gotta watch out for. But at least animals are a little more predictable than people, I guess. Oops. Man, I was really hopeful today would be the final session on this door, but I don't think so. Made pretty good progress though. Almost got the whole top portion of the door done. Well, the top like 25%, I guess you could say. But I guess I'm in no rush. I'm just impatient. I want to see what this looks like when it's complete. Oops. Probably gonna have to go over some areas with some paint again because I've gotten some yellow in some of these shapes. Oh, I'm trying so hard to finish the top part at least. Well, I guess my next stream I'll probably be back to this door again. My next stream will be either tomorrow or Sunday. I'm guessing Sunday, but we'll see how the day goes. I wish I could do a stream every day, but I just don't have the energy for that. It's a lot of talking. I'm not really usually this big of a talker, but while I'm streaming, I like to try to keep talking, try to engage people, you know? Maybe that's not a big deal to some people. I don't know. I know when I'm watching a live stream, I like it when the person's talking. Oops. Maybe when I start doing live streams in my art studio, I can start streaming from my computer, and then I'll be able to play music and stuff. I can play whatever music I want then. But yeah, I'm just in my dining room right now, trying to get this top part done. Whoops. Yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day so far. Being safe out there. It is Friday the 13th after all. Jason Voorhees is out there roaming around somewhere. Hopefully you can see this okay. Oops. I wish they had like channel redemption things on YouTube like they do on Twitch. Like on Twitch they have these like points that you can earn just from watching. And then people can like redeem the points for various things. Like you could redeem points for me to do like a 5-minute drawing, or I had a redemption on there where I would give my dogs a treat. Stuff like that. Hopefully they'll add more features like that in the future on YouTube. I would like that. It just makes the stream a little more interactive for people, I feel like. You know? Okay, I need to take a bathroom break real quick. I will be right back. Oh, my leg is getting tired from standing. Okay, let's get some more yellow paint down on this door. But yeah, if you're watching, please give this video a like. It's just a quick and easy way that you can show your support. I've been standing almost 2 hours now in one spot, and my legs are starting to get a little tired. The other day after my stream, my legs were so sore, I was having a hard time getting up the stairs. But it's worth it. Get this door done. I really thought I'd be a lot further on this door today than I've gotten, but I guess that's just part of art. Always takes longer than you expect it to. So yeah, I'll probably be live again tomorrow, and I'll be working on this door some more. I've got to get this background painted and finish up the bottom part. Whoops. Yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day. I'm having a great day. I woke up with energy, all rested, ready to get some things done. Gotta finish editing Sunday's video. And then I'll probably need to get some laundry done, do a little bit of cleaning, of course. There's always cleaning to do, am I right? I might end up outlining all these shapes with black too. Like some of the shapes I outlined with black and others I didn't. But I think it might look kind of cool if I outlined them all with black. And then that way, like wherever I got yellow from this background in any of the shapes, it'll be covered up with a black outline is kind of what I'm thinking. So I might end up doing that too, I don't know. But yeah, there was no plan, rhyme, or reason for this piece. Oops. Uh-oh. Oh no. I was just letting my intuition guide me. I guess they call this kind of art intuitive art. Because it's just totally off the cuff, no plan with it. Got a little bit of yellow in that part. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, it seems like 2 hours has been kind of my max limit working on this piece, since I have to stand while I'm working on it. I guess it's like I'm getting exercise while I'm painting too. But yeah, hopefully my next live I'll finish this piece up. I thought today would be the day, but maybe next time that'll be it. And then I can start working on something else on these lives. Work on my UFO painting or painting of my dog. I really want to do some perler bead art. I want to make that Mars Attacks alien into a perler bead piece. I don't know why, but I just love that alien from Mars Attacks. I even did a painting of him this year, and it was my first time combining puff paints with like any of my paintings. So I painted the Mars Attack alien, and then I used puff paint to create the little brain squiggles, which added a really cool touch, I think. Nice little 3D touch. But yeah, I was so happy to get that painting done because I've been wanting to paint that alien for the longest time. Well, I've used up all of the paint on my plate. So this might be a good stopping place for the day. But let me show you this door real quick. Let me show you the progress we've made so far on this door today. So, hi. Let me flip you around here. Get this stuff moved out the way so I can show you the door. So I almost got the whole top part of the background done today. I thought I would have the whole background done during this session, but probably one more session before I get this finished up. But yeah, I got the bottom of the door, got that touched up, so I'm gonna go back in here. All these shapes on the bottom still need the black little designs in there. Need to work on that some more. But the biggest piece left is just this background. Let me flip you around. But yeah, thank you everyone who stopped in and watched me do my painting. I will be back on either tomorrow or Sunday, and I'll be finishing up, hopefully, fingers crossed, finishing up the background on this piece. I appreciate all of your support. If you're watching this, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're curious to see this piece from start to finish, I've posted all of the videos of me working on this piece on my YouTube, so check them out. And yeah, I hope everyone enjoys your day, and I will see you tomorrow or the next day. Bye, y'all. Happy Friday the 13th. Thanks for stopping.